Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Today on Tallidus Plays, we continue our playthrough of the Harvest PvE Season 11 test server.
2 hours later.
It's a scream mask. Oh, okay, hold on. We're stopping. That's great. Oh no! Oh no! No! What have I done? What have I done? I was blinded. Oh no, I got obsessed trying to get the Scream outfit. Oh, what a fail, everybody. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Such a great start, only to be murdered. And appropriately, right next to the Scream zombie, too, the guy in the Scream outfit, so. I really wanted to get that for Halloween. I should have been a little bit more cautious. Let's go ahead and roll a new character. Let's see, we're 30 minutes into this video. I think we're gonna roll a new character. Let's check. Re-roll a new character. Is there a certain area most people are chilling at for the test? Alright, so I'm gonna re-roll a new character. Is there a certain area most people are chilling at for the test? Again, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to even send this message when I'm dead, but it is a test. And we could always come back around, right? If I come back, I don't know why I was thinking of the old mod I was playing on, where you had hazmat zombies, but I ended up getting totally wiped out by the Zeds there. Again, tier 3, right? They're stronger, faster, more hungry. I vastly underestimated them. So what's fun, though, is you'll be able to watch as I re-roll a character in this server. I don't think anybody really knows where anybody else is at, so let's just click new character. Again, I like to take Burglar, and I'm just going to kind of blast through this. We'll do weak stomach, sensitive digestion, prone to illness, and I think overweight. And I'm not going to do slow healer because I think that would be a bad idea. And then for the sake of the year, cat's eyes and outdoorsman, so that I can actually do things outside. Where is outdoorsman? Maybe they changed it to something else. Yeah, you know what? I think they might have tweaked the traits a little bit, yeah. I still have 18 points, so that's great. Again, we always take, in my opinion, keen hearing is kind of a gotta have, right? You've got to see the zombies coming up behind you. Extends your runs a lot longer. Extends your character survivability. You'll be glad you had it. Don't need fast learner, so that would be a waste. I think I actually took it on my other character, but clearly don't need that during the tests, so we'll leave it. Let's take strong back is nice. Extra carrying space. It's just like it is in Fallout or other games. You can basically carry more weight on your body. 12 more points to use, so we'll do dexterous so we can loot quicker. Let's do brave so we don't freak out at the beginning as much, because honestly we're not playing for long, so it'll mostly be the beginning. And then what's 8 more points? Let's do, I don't really want to do sneaky. Moves faster when panicked. Yeah, we'll do adrenaline junkie, faster when panicked. You'll notice I'm not doing like permanent stat ones really, because we're going to gain stats so quickly it's kind of a waste. What else? You know what? What's the nutritionist one? Is it up here? Yes, nutritionist is nice, because you can see the, you know, officially this is, you can see the nutritional values of any food, so not just packaged food. And then, again, not really worried about increased skills or increased skill gains. Whatever we do, we'll do. Oh, generator expert. Well, again, I don't think we're going to lose power, so I'm not going to waste points on that. We only got 4 more to spend. So maybe I'll just grab another one of these high point skills to round out my guy. You know what? Let's do light eater. I've noticed eating seems to be kind of annoying, so we'll do light eater. Needs to eat less frequently. All right. And let's go ahead and name out a character here. We'll do Tallidus plays. I might just add an eye to this one. Give ourselves some darker hair. And I don't know what's the deal with the Fabio cut. but we'll go maybe something a little bit more kind of survivor looking here. We'll do greased back. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And you know what? Just for sake of roleplay, let's go ahead and throw some glasses on. So why not? And let's play. Oh. Oh, that's right. I set my respawn to this house. Wow, I kind of forgot about that. So, yeah, in the server, you can set your safe house as your respawn zone. So for this one, we will view safe house and we will release safe house. So now we are no longer claiming this safe house. Check the inside real quick. So I have to survive one full day in-game, and then I can claim a new safe house. So I probably shouldn't have released this one until I survived for that full day. But basically what this does is if we do die again, which is very likely, especially now that I'm in a tier 3 zone, I can respawn at an actual spawn point in like a different city. So we could pick Riverside, Rosewood, Muldrow, or West Point. Probably go red and pick West Point if I die again. So let's try to survive, though. That's the name of the game. So I'm going to attempt to survive here. Again, with nothing. Nothing but a wallet. I'm just going to throw that on the ground. But nothing on me except the will to survive and the glasses on my face. And a locked door, broken window over here. Again, I can't remove this glass without cutting my hands. Well, there's a zombie right there. Let's see if we can just scooch past. I think he saw me. He does have what looks to be a letter opener or a knife in his back. So we could use that as our first weapon. Let's go ahead. Circle back. We're going to have to probably just stomp him out here. Oh, there's a sprinter. Oh, mamma mia. As I said, that's going to be the concern, right? I need to knock out the sprinter for sure. Okay. This guy will knock over. We'll take whatever he's got in his back, and we'll use that to defend ourselves. So our first weapon is going to be our boots. Throw this watch on. Butterfly knife. Let's go ahead and equip that in our primary. I think we can wear this jacket. Do we have any better boots or shoes on here? Oh, yeah, these are technically better, so we'll wear these. Okay, I don't want to inspect them. I just want to wear them. Bit bloody, but, you know, better protection is always ideal. So now we got a butterfly knife and slightly better outfit on. I think I can use this knife to clear the glass. Let's see. Okay. So this is not going to last long. This butterfly knife is going to get worn out. There. I think I might have... Oh, no. I think that's okay. I'm not expecting much here. Let's go ahead and throw on the Santa hat. So many Santas in the server. You know what? I think it is time to become Santa. Even though this is a little bit... oh, actually, I think this is an improvement. The suit jacket and the Santa pants, we gotta wear them. Not as good. Let's untuck. Yeah. I think that's horrifying enough. Remove broken glass. Let's see, is this gonna hurt my hands? I guess not. Okay, cool. Climb in here. Again, we're basically restarting the game on the server. Reloading. Okay, get a little water. Not much else going in here, so that's it. Again, I'm just going to loot the immediate cabins. You need to find a more reliable weapon. This one is going to run out of condition very quickly. Even though we're getting levels fast, we'll be good with this weapon. It's still going to break, right? So it might last a little longer than usual because of our skill gain, but it's still a butterfly knife, which is still very, very fragile. Better not be a burglar alarm. If there's still a burglar alarm in these, I would laugh. Why is it marking me as nimble? Meat cleaver, that's what I'm talking about. Put that on the belt. There we go. Another big house down here. House, I guess cabin, technically. Let's see. No sprinters, no sprinters. Okay, I think we can handle ourselves here. Just hate how tiny the range is on this thing. I'm a long, blunt weapon kind of guy. I like the crowbars, the baseball bats. That is my jam. Not big on blades. Unless maybe a katana. That might be the exception. You know what? I forgot. I think I had a katana in that Dodge Challenger that I left up north. So yeah, that might be my sort of medium-term goal for this this character is to go find my darn car and get all my stuff back. Because I had some good loot in there. Can I not? I think there might be a glitch. These guys aren't registering as dead. So we'll let them kind of just chill for a minute. I think they should be considered dead. Yeah, something's happening on the server where I can knock out zombies, but they're not being technically killed. You can see them kind of wiggling around on the ground there. So can't loot them yet. We'll see if that lag sort of resolves itself, and we'll come back through. I will say this much. I'm not sure how many players are on the server right now, but overall, it's been a really nice experience from a lag perspective. Combat has not been an issue. If I died, like I just did earlier in the episode, it's from my own fault, right? It's not because I lagged out. That's just because I made a mistake. Oh, what did I just say? There are burglar alarms in camp cabins. That's kind of hilarious. We're gonna need to get the heck out of here, because, yeah, they're all coming. They're all coming. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna go back this way, because this is where we killed most recent zombies. All the other ones are going to be attracted from the other direction. So we know we killed these guys. Still not technically dead. Let's do a quick map check. I am back all the way over here. There's a purple building over there we can look into. So we can try to make use of this, right? We know all the zombies are being drawn to the burglar alarm, which means they're being drawn away from this lake area. So we can go up here on the south side of the lake as they walk away. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to loot this purple building. Again, purple, I believe, are community services. Things like police departments, fire departments, hospitals, to my knowledge. In this case, a church. A little steeple on top. Inside are all the people. A little graveyard next to it. That's not ominous at all. I don't think there's much to loot inside of here. Frankly, I don't know if I'd want to loot the church. It's a little sacrilegious. Looks like it's still under construction, too. They didn't quite finish building it. Alright, well, I'm going to crouch here. The zombies are still walking towards that alarm. They should break off any moment now. So I'm probably just going to... Ooh, you know what? There's another little building over here. So let's go over, check that out, and then we'll hit the road. At this point, I'm at the mercy of a functional vehicle. Luckily, I picked the burglar trait, as I tend to, because I like to hotwire cars. So we'll see if I am able to find myself a functional car. This is a nice little cabin out here. It's interesting. It's kind of like detached from the modded area a little bit. I think it's still part of the modded area. Again, I think the title of this modded area is Stardew Valley with a Z. Like Zdardew. Antique ovens all over the place. Nothing going in the ways of furniture. This seems like a pretty open-ended, though, right? You could create your own... Oh, I almost said ranch. I forgot. There's not animals in 41. Those are in 42. So, we can hear them, but we will not see any animals. I think my best bet, honestly, is just to go straight west. and maybe find out what's over here. Maybe I'll hit the road and just go north along the road, looking for a vehicle. What's nice is this green line looks like it lines up kind of perfectly with the tier 3 area. So right now you'll notice I'm actually in tier 1. I'm slightly below or south of the tier 3 area. So I should be able to, make my way through the forest at a slightly safer pace. Again, don't sprint through trees if you can avoid it. Because when you sprint through a tree, you're more likely to cut yourself on the bark and the branches. Okay, so apparently 20% sprinters everywhere. So that's fun. Everywhere is tier 3. Well, I don't know. Oh, his weapons are less effective in the higher tiers. That's good to know. Worshippers of the Orb. There was an event where a religious group sprang up around an orb that everybody was worshipping. I'm almost to the road here. Gotta be ready to fight as soon as I get out of this hedge maze. The orb has forsaken us. Pourquoi? Pourquoi? Alright, I'm just gonna head north on this road. See? Just technically got into tier 3. How is... What do we have nearby? There's these small little buildings if I go west. I might actually check those out. Just thinking about here. Again, I'm not trying to get killed again by zombies. Twice in one episode would be a record for the channel. And again, I usually play Zomboid on a one and done kind of basis, right? If I get killed, that's the end of that whole playthrough. But on a multiplayer server, I think anybody would be reasonable to allow respawns. Because sometimes there's extenuating circumstances. Sometimes you might get PvP'd. Another player might just kill you, either accidentally or on purpose. So... Ooh, kill shot. I like it when he does a little uppercut with the blade for the kill shot. That's always a cool animation. Again, there should be 2 little huts a little bit further west in the clearing here. I have no idea what they are. Again, I tend to stay in the major city areas when I'm doing playthroughs. So I keep second guessing what is vanilla and what is modded as far as locations go. I don't think the bread knife is worth grabbing. I'll go back and check here. Yeah, well, you know what? We'll grab it just for now. Oh! Couldn't hurt. I see you, Macho Man. Always just running at me here. I guess I am still technically in tier... Again, I'm not sure. Somebody just mentioned that tier 3 is irrelevant, and there's 20% sprinters across the map. Ooh, I like this. Extreme tactical knife. We'll put that on our belt. And we're going to keep just kind of going along our way here. Oh, hey, sprinter. Ah! Man, these guys are fiendish. Oh, wait, am I using the butterfly knife? Better not be. No, oh, yeah, okay. I thought it said butter knife, not butterfly. Alright, well, keep that in mind. Again, I really don't like the short range of this. I would much prefer putting some distance between myself and the zombie. Whoa! Hello, neighbor. That is a survivor base. I mean, I don't know if it's an actual player's base, but it seems like a genuine, like, somebody's piecemealed that whole area together. So, we're gonna explore. Nobody's claimed it. I'm definitely posting up there, at least for the test. Just for, bragging rights, but we'll see. It does look authentically, sort of ramshackle, kind of a Fallout style, you know, like the Vegamon tents or junk town sort of piecemeal encampments you would see in Fallout. But let's check it out. I mean, claimed. I don't know. Let's see. Is this a zombie here? No. Is this a corpse? It's not even a corpse. Okay. Well, let's. Door is blocked. Nut up or shut up. That's funny. So this all looks like it's custom. But it's on the map, so usually, if I remember correctly, player buildings are not represented on the map. So I feel like this is actually either in the game or modded in to the map as is. So, and also you can't really interact with anything. I'm not blocked though. I don't think anybody's technically claimed this. I shouldn't be able to walk inside if it was. So yeah, this is just like a non-resident. So yeah, it's technically a non-residential building. I wouldn't be able to claim it regardless, but it is a very cool base. Medical tent, potting plant, campfire. It looks like you can walk up this ramp. What? Get a nice view of the immediate area. Let's walk back down. Yeah, it's literally like a junk town settlement. Open this door, yep. Oh, nice. Double spiked baseball bat. We're equipping one in both hands. And we're definitely going to throw the other one on our back for now. It's a little greedy to take both, but you know what? We don't have any other weapons except for a couple knives. And we're survivors. Look at this. We got a fridge. Outside, but a fridge nonetheless. Is this... Can I open this? Oh, so the door is blocked. Maybe that's just a glitch or something. And that one is not openable. Oh, I can look through the window, though. I think that's kind of a glitch. I think you're meant to be... Oh, you know what? Yeah. Pretty sure that's meant to be boarded up or whatever, but yeah. A couple of cots. I can climb through this one, can I? I can! So yeah, you can climb in and out of that little window there. So, functionally, maybe not the best base unless I actually covered up those windows. A little ham radio on top. I think this is a rain collecting barrel. Check metal drum. I don't know if that's actually got water in it though. Oh yeah, it is. Wash. Wash yourself, wash all clothing. Wow. Okay, and then unfortunately we have a poor soul over here. Who I think is just kind of stuck to the wall there. But goodness gracious, that's a really cool looking area. Can't claim the safe house though. So this is not a residential building. So unfortunately, couldn't claim it if I wanted to, even if I was surviving for a full day. It's a nice little pit stop though, right? Yeah, look at that. So none of these boards are actually correctly functional. So the only things that really work in the space are, I believe, the fridge, the antique oven. I'm guessing, yeah, this little grill would work, and you could probably sleep on the cots, but none of the windows are actually boarded up. So effectively, it's a purely cosmetic little outpost there. So I'm inclined to believe it might be a modded-in building, but it's still very cool. And what do we have here? Could we be a railroad junkie? Let's... I think we're going to walk north of the railroad, and yeah, we'll go along these tracks until we get to this little... Well, I'm guessing that's a railroad station. And hopefully we can find... You know what, let's go back and grab a sip of water. We are very thirsty, and I don't think I grabbed any food yet. No, I have not. So yeah, I think there's at least a sink that should be functional. So, again, I'll keep this in mind. If this is actually in the game, you know, when the server actually launches, you know, it'd be cool just to, like, check out. The sink is plumbable, too. You can plumb that water barrel above down into it. So, I think that's the intention, right? That goes down into the sink below. Fortunately, no food. So, we're going to keep on going. You know what I do? I'm going to go ahead and forage, though, while we head towards the railroad tracks. Maybe while we head along the railroad tracks. We have the bat now, so I'm a little bit more confident that we can fight zombies. And if we forage, hopefully we can at least find a little bit of safe berries and things to eat. Again, I'd be a little bit more hesitant, but I took the nutritionist trait. Ooh, disable this while we fight this guy. Again, that nutritionist trait, I believe, should tell us whether or not any given forageables are poisonous. I could be wrong on that front, and as a matter of policy, I pretty much never eat mushrooms or unknown berries. This guy has an interesting look. Let's check this out. Who we got here? This is Stalker boots, Stalker cloak, Stalker... Ooh, that's kind of cool. Okay, we might switch up from the Santa outfit to the Stalker outfit. Let's get rid of Santa here, because he was kind of shredded up anyways, you know? Not the coolest looking thing, being the haunted Santa. And now let's swap, because the Stalker looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like a, you know, one of those suits from Dune. The water suits or whatever they're called. Stalker cloak bloody, we will wear. Yes. Stalker gloves, wear those. And of course, this is also good defensively, right? Most of these have better defensive traits. So we'll put all that on. We could eat maggots, but, you know, that's really going to give us a ding. Let's go ahead and drink a beer. That's better than eating maggots. I will leave the animal print as is. I'm not sure something I really want to be wearing. Ditch the boots, and the jacket, and the jeans, and the long gloves, and the shoes. Cool. Somebody else comes across that outfit, they can use it. They were animal print friends till the end. And let's continue following the railroad tracks. Couple holes in the Stalker outfit, though, unfortunately. I might have to patch those up. How many do we have? We've got a hole in the trousers, we got a hole in the jacket, gloves are okay, the cloak has a hole, and the boots are okay, so pretty much cloak, jacket, trousers all have a hole. But you know what? I still think this looks kind of cool, right? Looks like a seasoned survivor, even though it's technically still our first day, but we don't need to tell anybody else that. Oh, somebody else got knocked out. Everybody's handling these sprinters pretty... a little bit of difficulty here. That's what gets me too, right? You saw that one. He kind of slowly turned towards me, and then they break into that sprint. And there you go. Even with a bat, if you miss him with that first swing, it's almost a 50-50 chance that they're going to bite you right afterwards. So that is tricky. I'm hoping that they tweak the situation a little bit for the full scale server. What is that? Is that a beard? That's a huge beard. I'll have to check this one out. Yeah, I think that's the guy's beard. It's like the size of his torso. Okay, well. There you go. Just a whole variety of zombies. Alright, we are in the train station now. Vending machine, that might help out. See how the zombies look. Not too bad. Grab a couple of snacks from these vending machines and keep going. Of course, I need to find a new bag or backpack or at least a satchel or something. I don't think I need to worry about the A train coming through anytime soon. Grab this key. It is nice to be back in 41 where keys are weightless, because I'm all for realism, and technically, yes, keys do have weight. But the idea that a key would weigh you down enough to be noticeable is just kind of crazy to me, so. If you're wondering what I'm referring to, build 42, the experimental build, keys I think weigh like 0.01. So, like 100 keys weighs a kilogram. Which just seems a little kooky in my opinion. Again, maybe, you know, maybe don't make them completely weightless, but maybe make it like smaller than that. That's all I'm saying. More runners. Batter up. Oh, I was going to say, could I claim this? No, it's non-residential. Is that another stalker? No. Looks like an old-timey burglar. Cost a fortune coffee. That's great. Oh! out the park. What do we have here? Leather gloves, scarf. Let's throw that on. Always, even if you're not going to wear it, grab the scarf. Always grab the scarf. This guy's ready for winter. There's very little in this game, from my experience, that protects your neck from bites and scratches. The scarf does. And again, they might have changed this recently, but I also think that the scarf is one of the few clothing items that you can't really create from scratch. So, again, I'm going to grab these keys because there's no reason not to. Now, once I clear out a few more Zeds, we're going to do some proper looting. But for now, I'm just making sure that we're covering our bases. Again, I don't really want to go through the entire train station and clear them out, but, you know. Let's go back. This is just ticket counters. Jockey. Jockey helmet. That's actually pretty useful. We'll wear that. Everything else we're going to leave. And may be time to take care of your 2 holes. Yep. Pierced clothing. Yeah, let's swing by the convenience store here. Again, I see this magazine shelf. Which in a standard game, if I saw the, you know, what's the term? I don't know why I'm grabbing seeds. I'm not playing that this, you know, I won't barely be able to grow a single crop in the test period for this server. But who knows? Some licorice, jelly beans. Why not? We'll grab some pop. See what's in the fridge. Whole lot of nada. No ice cream, no whammies. Check these shelves. They look empty, but sometimes you'll find things on them that aren't really registering as visual items. So, just a friendly tip. We're just gonna leave that zombie to their own devices for the next person. Ooh, chocolate chip cookie. And, rotten donut. Let's see, is anybody taking a break back here? Nope. Extinguisher. Okay, well, let's grab a sip. And I'm not worried about washing up here. Okay. It would be kind of fun, actually, like, you know, grab a bunch of players and have, like, a faction that run, maybe not this train station, but, you know, like a public area, a mall, strip mall, something to that effect. Have each player kind of post up as the attendant. All right. 1 o'clock in the morning, and the sprinters are sprinting. Jump to the one. Ooh, that's a nice looking car. We have this. We got the Jeep over there. Back to the Future fans might think that looks kind of familiar. Maybe not the white top, but if that was all black, I'd be shining it up for a trip to the lake. But this looks interesting. Seems like it's in decent condition. Keeping my eyes peeled, though, we had a sprinter jump through that window about 15 seconds ago. Yeah, Mazda RX-7 with no gas and barely a hood. So probably not going to be useful, but oh, it's also locked. Trunk. Got a spare tire in the back. Yeah, it's all locked up. That's fine. This might be good, though. We'll check out all these cars. Pretty much anything with gas is going to be what we'll use, because cars spawn in better condition with the mod on the server. He's going to come running, isn't he? No? No whammies? No whammies? Okay, I guess we're good. So they spawn in better condition, but I do believe that the rate at which gas is present in the vehicle is still pretty rare. So, here come the runners. Now making all this noise, so we're attracting more. He's turning around, and there we go. Again, as long as I'm not surprised, you know, I'm not really, like, terrified about the zombies with these super high skills. Just when I don't really plan for them, that's when I get overwhelmed, and usually I get eaten. This Jeep looks pretty nice, though. Let's see. This is actually a Jeep Bronco. Half cab off-road with no gas, but pretty good condition. If I can get gas, I'm coming back for this bad boy. Let's check the trunk. Maybe they have spare gas. Good trunk space. 70 kilos. door is unlocked. Nothing in the glove box. Let's go ahead and hotwire it. You might be wondering, why hotwire a car with no gas? Well, if we find gas, I might be sprinting to fill this up and getting out of here. So if it's already hotwired, we just saved ourselves a step. And you know what? If we don't end up using this car, the next person can come along and use it. So, you know, it's being a good fellow survivor, right? And I'm going to get very spoiled. Ooh, Booker Applegate Fairbairn knife. Okay. Seems very fancy for what is effectively just a normal knife, but maybe I'm misreading it. Let's take a look under this van's hood. Okay, it's got 1 kilo here, so I could either hotwire this and drive it around to find a gas station, or I could transfer the fuel over to the Bronco and use that. Again, it depends on how seriously I want to take this test server. Do I really want to, like, min-max and try to actually stock up a bunch of loot and go start a base or join somebody's faction, or, you know what I mean? Or do I just want to kind of have a little bit of fun, enjoy a ride? If I was playing the min-max role, I'd probably get the van. If I was playing the fun role, I'd probably honestly get the Bronco or the RX over here, but maybe... Condition's also important. You want to find a car? Oh my goodness. Celica ST Coupe with virtually perfect condition. This actually might be somebody's car. Let me see. If it's locked, I'm not going to worry about it, but... Trunk is locked. Side's locked. There's a chance this is somebody else's car. Right click on it. Claim vehicle. Mysterious claim. So, no, it's not actually claimed. Interesting. Modify permissions. Unclaim. I have no vehicle. I don't even really have the option to do anything. I don't think this has been claimed. Let's see about that. I don't know. Let's check the van out here. Check the rest of these cars. Okay, yeah, that one's as bad as advertised. Let's check this one out. It's got a utility truck here. No gas either. Yeah, it's the Chevalier step van. So they have, you know, real cars and the sort of fake Zomboid cars. Can I click on this to get my... Oh, that's cool. Alright, one more. Okay. Yeah. I think the red van is going to be the solution here. I don't believe I have anything to actually put... We'll drop the cloak for now. And you know what? Let's go ahead and eat some more chips. Yeah. Not peckish yet, but I feel like I'm about to be. Well, you know what? No, I have hunger rate right here. Oh well, I'm well fed. That's nice. Extra carrying capacity. Let's check the trunk of the van. We got a spare tire. That's never a bad thing. You know what? What's the storage capacity of this trunk? Okay, 128. Wow. Okay, yeah, this is a two-door van, so it should have good storage. Is this locked too? It's not claimed. Huh. Alright, well, let's check and see. Before I go smashing windows, I'm just going to see if there's any, any vehicle keys on the zombies around the vehicle. And B, if I can even get, like, a tiny bottle. You know what? Let's go back to the train station here. I think I can get a bottle from one of these areas. We can siphon the gas out of the van and put it in the Bronco. So I think I've decided that I want to have a little bit of fun. So, I'd rather be driving that Bronco around. If possible. Yeah, these zombies just keep stacking up in here. Okay, nothing going. Let's go inside. Now, what am I looking for? So, any sort of beverage container. I've already looked throughout here. There's nothing to grab. I think there were a couple more vending machines. Let's check back here, though. That might be a break room. Usually offices have a break room. Water cooler, we can drink out of this. Drink, yes. Take bottle from dispenser. Ah! So if I was feeling crazy, I could just take that whole jug of water, the blue part, disconnect it all together, empty it out, and use that as a, you know, liquid storage container. It's a bit excessive, though. I'd rather just, because there's only 1 liter of gas in the van that we want to take. So I'm just looking for, you know... Oh, there's 2 of them, though. Maybe I will do that. Let's see. Let's see. Point being, I really don't want to lug around one of these, but you know what? I might have to. So let's do it. Let's just pull the trigger on it. So what I can do is take a bottle from dispenser. And again, in a long playthrough, this would be a hilarious waste of water, but I am going to now dump all the water out. Done. Now we have a, still weighs a kilo, that's kind of funny. So 1 kilo heavy empty water jug. Let's go upstairs, actually. I didn't look upstairs yet. I'm gonna go check upstairs. Watch, I find like a water bottle store up here. Not far off, actually. It's a food court. Let's see. Dish towel, some fresh strawberries. Let's just eat those. Not a lot else, though. Apron. Okay, so a little traveler's cafeteria. That's kind of nice, you know. Quaint. Ladies' room, men's room. Okay, so we still are going to use what we got. We'll zip through here. Oh, it's the Monmouth train station. So, I guess we're in Monmouth is the current area that we're in. Okay. Heading on over. So again, we're going to basically... Oh! Now, I think in build 42, I would need a rubber hose to do what I'm about to do. Siphon gas. But I'm fairly certain in build 41, you can still just use any container. And, actually, I might need a gas can. Let's see. Siphon gas into... Oh, no, okay, yeah, I can use this. So, again, that's about it. Alright, we barely have any... But water jug with gas, and inside we have very little. That's the best way to say it. Add gasoline. Water jug with gas. Glug, glug. Glug, glug. And, you know, we'll just keep the water jug on us. It only weighs a kilo. We don't have a lot of loot. Let's check the map here, though. Before we start driving and making all this noise, let's check the map so we can see what our situation looks like, and hopefully a very close gas station, because we can't drive very far. So, unfortunately, like I said, I think this is Monmouth. I don't know if this is actually the area I thought it was. I'm going to do a little tab over here and see if I can figure out where we are right now. If I was a guessing man, though, I would say that this is a gas station. But sometimes gas stations are also marked as residential on the map, so let me take a peek here. Oh, here comes another sprinter. Let's just go ahead and drive. I'm gonna hop out and take care of this guy. You know what? I don't even think he was coming for me. He was just jogging. Alright, well. Oh, this guy's coming for me, of course. Naturally. Alright, well, let's plan. We'll just use our cunning skills of deduction. So I'm going to go up this road northbound. This could be it. Again, I'm looking for a smaller green building, so we'll go westbound. Check this one out. Oop! Okay, let's just try to go. Yeah. The longer I stay here, the more issues we're going to have. So we're looking for a gas station. We have less than a liter of fuel, and the pump is on the left side of the vehicle. Otherwise, let's try our best. Again, I'm going to try to keep this Bronco in decent condition. It is off-road capable, so... Ooh, nope, that's used to be a patisserie or a bookstore. So let's be cautious, but careful and quick. Ooh. Hey, look at that! They got the Ghostbusters building. That's kind of awesome. Okay, keep driving here. That would be fun to base in. Of course, it's a community building, because technically it's a fire station, so can't claim that, but really cool little touch there. That looks like it's maybe a convenience store, a general store, but I don't see gas pumps, so we're going to keep moving. Oh, actually, I can bang it right here. So again, you can see on the mini-map, not all these roads are quite marked out. So you do have to do a little bit of a interpretive, you know, reading of the map. I'm assuming that's a hospital. Yeah, St. Michael's Hospital. I think that's another reference, actually. I could be wrong. So Monmouth might be sort of a little Easter eggy cityscape, you know, with a bunch of references in it. Save us, buddy. We got Casey's chicken smoker, I'm guessing. You know, chickens have many names. Cool little residential complex here. Again, we're trying to be cautious. We're also trying not to drag too many zombies behind us. Amoobies! Wow, that's great. This explains the Bluntman and Chronic comics that we've been finding around town. Let's check out this parking lot. This might just be a big old parking lot. Oh no, there's a building over here. There's a big building over here. What is this? Oh, it's Monmouth. Okay, that's why the name sounded familiar. So, or Monmouth. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it, but yes, that is. I think this is the Mallrats Mall. That's pretty awesome, actually. I think that's why this whole area exists. I like that the Ghostbusters building was just kind of thrown in as well, but I think this might be from the Askewniverse. Is the inspiration for this modded area. So very, very fun. Let's check the map next time I get the option to. Again, can't pause like in single player and take a peek. You have to. My strategy is to find a good open stretch of road, gain a little bit of speed, but make sure you're not going to hit anything. Then tap in real quick to check your map while you're moving. Resetting yourself, and look, there's a residential building at the end of the road. I might not be able to claim it. Oh, this looks like a radio station of some kind, maybe a substation. So I don't think I'll be able to base up here, but it's worth a peek. Ooh, you know what? That's not worth a peek. You know, yeah, let's go through. Let's go through. I got a bat. We can always kill the engine and do some stuff. This is the Monmouth Power Station. Kick that off, hop out, and let's get some. Start cracking some zombie skulls here, folks. Bring it out. I don't know if I'd want to live here, if I could, but let's check it out. Whoa! Alright, let's go upstairs. I'm being cautious because some of these modded maps occasionally are missing floor tiles, and you can fall, fracture your ankle, or worse. Can I shut down the power for the city? Oh, okay, I thought that was going to be disable re-equipment. No. That would be kind of epic if I actually was able to, like, shut down at least part of Louisville's power manually. Whoop! I got lucky with that one. I did not even see that person coming in. Let's check the front, then we'll get the heck out of here. I don't like this dark, spooky warehouse. The surprisingly nice bathroom setup. Oh, is there anything in this? No, okay. Yeah, let's get out of this. Power plant of doom. This looks to be a nice truck, though. Let's actually take a peek at the Chevy and see if it's... At the very least, it might have more gas that we can steal for our Bronco. Not to reignite the Ford versus Chevy debate or anything, but you know. There are people who claim either one is better. I will abstain from giving my opinion. Alright, what is this outfit? Is this like a wedding dress? Oh, I think it was. Yes, it is. Oh, that's sad. Alright. Let's see. Pretty good trunk capacity, not gonna lie. No fuel in the tank. It's mediocre at best, condition-wise. Let's check here. Grab some bandages. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. All right, well, we still need to find gasoline to fuel up our vehicles. So let's hop back in. And we'll check the map. We're on the north side of Monmouth right now. Now, I do happen to know if we can get over here to West Point, I know for a fact that there's a gas station there and there. So what I might try to do is go out here, but I don't think I can drive through here. So we might just have to take this road back down and get to the main highway. Let's try to do that. Yeah, I think that's all fenced off in that direction. Now, I don't like the looks of this fuel gauge, but we'll see. Whoop. You know what? I think I can cut back through. It's usually better to go around through like parking lots and things if you know that the road's going to be a little congested, because this just gives you more leeway, right? Trees aren't going to be growing in your way. Hopefully you're not running over rocks and twigs and that nature, so parking lot is always a little bit more flexible in terms of dodging the horde. At this point though, I gotta get back on the road itself so we can go up to the highway. Get to the highway. Now, if I was a gas station, I would be very close to the highway, but I'm not a gas station. However, I think there's one up here. I think this is the crossroads. Yeah, there's one right here. So what we're going to do is actually park, kill the engine, and we'll hop out right here. Oh, you know what? That's fine. We'll deal with it later. Always back it up. Also, I can use the water jug, but that'll kind of be a little silly. I'll just back the vehicle up. Again, always clear your pumps. Make sure you do a thorough walkabout. Check between. Because I can't tell you how many times I've had a zombie just walk right up on me while I was filling up a vehicle and ruin my whole playthrough. Alright, let's reverse this guy. So I'm probably going to check on my vehicle condition here. I think I might have done a little bit of damage. Okay, we're going to back right up there next to the gas. Again, this indicator says the gas is on the left side of the vehicle. Don't forget to turn the engine off so you're not attracting all the zombies with the noise. And then V, refuel from gas pump. And single player, this is where I'd be tinted up. There we go. So again, don't forget to move away when the zombies start walking up near you. And we'll kind of peel them back here. I'm gonna go over and just kill this one because they'll inevitably start walking my way anyways. There we go. Alright, now let's go back to fueling. So, as I was tangenting, this is normally when I would be tempted to hit the fast forward button in single player and, you know, make this filling process a little bit quicker. But, as you just saw 10 seconds ago, that means any zombies in my blind spot here, which is half the map, could easily go ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, and then as soon as they wrap around this corner, you're toast. And that's just the nature of the beast. There's no real way to see past the pump while you're using it. So keep that in mind. Again, in multiplayer, it helps to maybe have a buddy, right? Somebody you can go out with. And they can maybe guard you while you're refueling your vehicle and vice versa. Kind of take care of each other. Let's look under the hood real quick. Okay, the hood's rough. Front left tire is a bit concerning. Both front tires are a little concerning. But otherwise, decent condition. So, pop. We'll drink this. Huh. Guess there's some crafting options here. Not wearing an Alice pack though, so I don't think I can do any of that right now. Let's grab some more snacks for the road. Candy package. I have more pop on me. We'll leave the pop for now. Orange soda, that's my bottle I've been looking for. Again, we have the empty water jug, but you don't really want to be walking around drinking out of that. It's not like a Stanley cup, you know. Can't just stick a straw in it, call it a day. That's all empty. So yeah, we got the orange soda can. That's going to be great. Can drink that and fill it up more with water as we go. So yeah, I guess this is like a detached bathroom, maybe. You know, some gas stations that give you the key. You gotta walk all the way around outside, and it's attached to like a giant thing. Ooh, some cigarettes. We'll grab that for anybody who has the smoker trade. I think that's it. So yeah, I don't know if it's so much a thing anymore. Back in the day, they'd hand you a key. You'd have to go outside and unlock it, because obviously they didn't want random people kind of using their bathroom unless they were customers. Customers only, all that jazz. Carg. What was that? Bargain clothes. I'm an idiot. Bargain clothes, of course. One other thing I might do, actually, since I do have a giant water jug, we can fill this up with gasoline from the pump, and we'll be looking pretty good on gas. Now, obviously, that's going to take a lot of storage capacity in my vehicle, but you know what? Maybe I will shop for some new clothes. My duds are kind of ratty right now. Got those chewed up stalker clothes going on. And I don't want the cool kids to laugh at me, so let's see what we got. Any fresh fits on the shelf? I don't know. Is it all jeans? It's all denim? What was this? Tactical check shirts. No, I don't want to have less protection. I'd rather just, you know, stitch up what I've got. So that might be what I do. Everything in here looks fairly. The Legion Susie's hoodie. So yeah, it's not very good, to be honest. Let's see. Black band fedora. I mean, very stylish, but I kind of like my jockey helmet. It's much more protection. Back room. Okay, so what we're gonna do is actually drink, and let's go ahead and drink our orange soda. And then I'm gonna fill this with water from the sink. The big jug we're gonna fill with gasoline. Pop that in the trunk of the vehicle. I mean, honestly, this might be impossible to carry if I fill that with gas. Empty bottle. We'll try it out. We'll see. But yeah, I'm doing the math. If that thing is full of gasoline, when it was, I mean, water, gas weigh about the same, right? And when it was full of water, I think I was overweight. It was like 20, just the jug itself full, I think weighs like 25 kilos or so. But we'll see. Again, what I'm probably going to do is save the trunk space, and we'll throw the gas in the passenger seat, which is a terrible idea in reality. But, you know, this is a game. Let's see. Oh, here we go, folks. We are filling up the water jug. So let's see. How long is this going to take to fill? Oh, look at that. Look at how slow that's filling up. All right, well. We'll let that play out. I don't think I can look at my map while that's filling. Maybe I can zoom out of the mini-map here. Wow. I can actually zoom out pretty far in the mini-map. So I think what I'm going to do is fill this jug, and oh wow, you can actually see my player. That's kind of cool. Fill this jug up, and we're going to head into West Point, find a nice little base spot, and set down some semi-permanent routes. And the idea is, I don't know if I'll ever find my former character, but maybe eventually we can find the Dodge Challenger with the trailer attached. But that's all the way in the northeast side of town, near the mall. And that was an interesting spot, but quite deadly. So we might just let sleeping dogs lie on that one, and hole up in West Point for the duration of the server test. Just talking to fill time here because we are still chugging along with the water jug here. I'm going to fill this whole thing up. Keeping my ears open for zombies on the other side of the pumps. Let's check our stats. Skills right now, we've already maxed out long blunt, and we've almost maxed out short blade, as well as maintenance. I believe maintenance helps us not destroy our weapons when we use them. Nimble's almost maxed. Sneaking and light-footed are both 4 and change. Sprinting is at level 7, almost to level 8. Fitness and strength basically maxed out. Let's look at our info. We are still overweight, but it is on the decline because it's Project Zomboid, and your character always loses weight. It's pretty hard to maintain weight in this game. You're always going to start shedding weight, especially in the beginning. Even if you're overweight, it's going to basically, you know, drop right off. Again, the goal in a normal playthrough would be to lose weight until we get below 85. And then if we get below 85, we actually lose the overweight trait. So we're effectively back to a nominal weight zone, and our guy is a little bit better at combat, a little faster. Protection, you can see the holes that I've got in some of my gear. It's leaving me a little bit vulnerable to attack. Cook. Interesting. This might be a mod, maybe a UI kind of upgrade. We see here we have cooking diet, food variety, use rotten ingredients or not. You may need more proteins. So maybe this is just a mod to kind of tell you how to eat to achieve certain things. So in this case, maybe I could say, oh, I want to gain weight. I want to lose weight. I want to use leftovers before anything else. I want to use the freshest stuff. In this case, nutritionist, I believe, just uses the most healthy items, I would assume. I don't know. Again, this could be part of 41. It could be a mod. Your auto-cook preferences. Yeah, I don't know. I have not used auto-cook before. I'm not sure what that does. Pretty bad about cooking. Usually all I do is grow potatoes and I freeze them. And then I can cook them up, or I'll just eat them straight out of the ground. But I tend to be a potato farmer in the long-term games of Zomboid. Might throw a little bit of cauliflower in there, but usually it's all potatoes. Still filling up. I mean, it's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be, but still, this is going to end up being, I'm going to say 20 kilos total. 20 kilos unequipped, so luckily I'm holding this in my hands. As soon as I try to do anything but hold this, my character's going to go from like 15 kilos to like 35 kilos, so hopefully I can at least throw this into the passenger seat before I do too much damage over here. Almost done, and we are full. Yep, there we go. Now I'm going to be, I've got the right front seat open. We're going to move the water jug into that. Look at that. So that water jug is holding, I guess, 20 kilos worth of gasoline. So that's kind of cool. Let's head on up to oh, sorry, I keep saying Louisville. Let's head on up to West Point and find our new home here. So got a few old standbys that I like to go check out. Sort of moderately sized houses in the corner of town. If other players haven't claimed them yet, then we'll post up there, and that should finish us off for this particular episode. You know, I realized, though, I don't think I've survived for a day yet. Oh, we're almost there, though. Just a few more minutes. We'll have survived for 24 in-game hours. So that'll work out quite nicely. I'll arrive at my new home, and I'll be able to claim it, so. And again, as I mentioned in the previous episode, they have that in state. You have to survive for one in-game day, which is only an hour real time, you know, not that long. And the reason for that is just so you don't have players kind of jumping on the server real quick, claiming like the best house in town, and then never playing again, and nobody else can use the house. So basically, it's sort of the bare minimum, right? If you can't survive for an hour, you probably shouldn't be claiming a safe house and making it to where other people can't use it. Is that a crowbar? No, that's a metal pipe. We'll keep driving. If that was a crowbar, I probably would have stopped. Pop around here, and I think, yes, if I remember, we have this handy mini-map, which I love that I can zoom out really far. That's very, very handy, actually. You know what? Is Muldra? Oh, this is West Point. Yes, West Point's slightly different. I don't recall it having this exact layout. Maybe I'm tripping. Let's see. Zoom in a bit. You know what I need to do? I don't think there's a lot of zombies there. Let's hop out here real quick. I would love to be able to take over this fire truck. Let's see if that's an option. sure it's probably jacked up. Yes. Okay, that is not even close to being salvageable, so we'll keep on moving. That would be really fun, though. Maybe in the main server there will be a functional fire truck we can grab. I would love to drive around in one of them. It would be hilariously hard to actually maneuver, and it would probably get stuck about 30 seconds into me driving it. But what a glorious 30 seconds it would be, you know? Whipping up and down the roads of Louisville in a fire truck. Go down here. So if I recall, whoop, should be able to hang on. Yeah, you know what? I feel like this is a slightly. Oh, come on. Okay, we're gonna actually do a little loop around here and try to get these guys to slip. I don't remember this being here like it is. This particular fire department seems a little out of place to me. But maybe I'm thinking of a different build or. Whoa, that's a cool car. Is there a player over here? That feels like a player. Hello? Hey, what's up? Yo, what's going on? Nidus? I knew this was a player's car when I saw it. That is a beast of a vehicle. Where did you get that? Alright, I gotta be more careful on the road here. I haven't seen anything like that yet. Very cool. Do you know, do you have a base yet? Or are you still looking? Oh, snap. You know what? Could you lead me to the other one? And let's see if I can maybe, hotwire that? Ah, heard. Where's Beartown? Can I read the map? I don't know if it's got a mark. B25. B25. Is there a grid I can turn on? Cell grid? Ooh, I like that. B26. Okay, let's see. So we've got AD, AP, V. Alright, so V is somewhere in this vicinity. 26 is down here, so that means Beartown is right about here. V, V, X, W, W, V, 26. You know what? Wow, okay. I think that's another modded spot. I don't think that's standard. How would one get there? We go bang through this area, straight west out of. Okay. Alright, I'll follow you. Now this is a convoy. Kidding me? Guy's driving like a. Actually, don't know. Not exactly a big car person. I know some of you might be insulted by that, but I was gonna say Lamborghini. Those look like they might be gull wing doors, so maybe something else. Is it a Lamborghini Countach or a Ferrari or a Corvette? I'm pretty sure that's not a Corvette, but you know, could be wrong. Again, don't hate me. I called this a Jeep when I first saw it, not a Bronco, so clearly I'm not a car guy. He's going to show me where the other one is, though. Looks like this was part of a pair on the road. Weaving through zombies together. Like Fast and the Furious. Vin Diesel would be proud. Okay, I'm going to stay. Again, when you're following somebody, especially in like multiplayer, well, always in multiplayer, but when you're following another player, try to line it up to where if they suddenly stopped, you wouldn't ram into the back of them. So kind of stay like this, like offset. Because he might lag, and his car could just kind of register as being further back than it is. So keep that in mind. Again, the server's been pretty reliable as far as lag goes. But usually, especially when you go to like combat or cars, anything you interact with as a player, when the multiple players are doing it kind of nearby, it could cause a little bit of lag or just some stuttering in the game. So it's something to keep in mind. You can notice actually a little bit of stuttering happening as I say that. So, Again, we got to clear the area, which makes sense. If he got that car, he probably drew in quite a few zombies doing it. I hope that's not it. No tires, flipped upside down. Ooh, my oh my. This is what we're looking for. Okay, I'm going to leave my engine running because this thing is a whole piece of crap there. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out. What do we got? Oh, come on. It's not letting me look into it. Hold on. Can I get in? Okay, something's happening here where it's not showing me the car. Oh, you know what? Yeah, the engine's in the back. Yeah, because this is a Le Mans race car. Wow, okay. Train mechanics, repair engine. I need mechanics of 8, a wrench, and a spare engine part. Yeah, I don't think I'm repairing this one. I think it's a little too far gone. But I still got a pretty solid Bronco here, so I could just follow you with that. Or do you want to head over to Beartown and check it out? Alright, I'll follow you. Again, this sounds pretty cool. Like I said, Beartown, I believe, is another modded spot in the server. Vanilla game only has like 4 or 5 major towns. It's got Rosewood, Riverside, Muldraw, West Point, and then, of course, Louisville. Build 42 is introducing a few more, but this is still Build 41, right? It's the one with the multiplayer. There's not multiplayer in 42 yet because it's still the unstable build. So any multiplayer you're playing in Zomboid right now is going to be Build 41, which is nice. Doesn't have all the 42 bells and whistles, but honestly, it doesn't have all the Build 42 drawbacks either. Like muscle strain and heavy keys and all that jazz. So there's pros and cons. So, and this guy's just leading me, so I have a nice, hopefully easy route to just follow him all the way over here. Okay, we saw on the map, Beartown was pretty far west. In grid V26, I am ashamed to admit this, folks. Playing Zomboid for several hundred hours. I don't think I've ever once used that grid system, the letters and numbers. Most maps have it. Makes total sense to use. I just don't think I've ever clicked to turn it on and actually use it as a reference point. My reference to other players on multiplayer has always been like, oh, hey, I'm outside of Muldraw. You know, I'm near the Spitho. I'm at the gas station. So, it's definitely, especially when there's so many extra locations that are modded into a server that we might not be familiar with as players, using this grid system is very, very nice to have as a reference point. And it's pretty dialed in, too. You saw the grids are fairly small. Each grid looked like basically maybe 2 or 3 city blocks, if that. So, pretty granular, as they say in data. You can really hone in on your location. Going through the farmland now, all the nice rural houses and barns, farms, fields. Kind of unwinding. This would be a great time to use cruise control, but I forgot the hotkey for it. Left shift W. Yeah, let's do that. The only problem with cruise control is, again, following on multiplayer, your speed changes quite a bit. For some reason, it sounds so loud. I'm going to actually dial off of that. There we go. And we'll stay here in between third and neutral and just kind of feather. Again, that's what I usually do. And I'm following a Le Mans race car, so he is definitely being polite, driving slower on my behalf. Also, he probably doesn't want to floor it, right? Because I've seen these things flip. I don't think they would do that in Zomboid, but they could definitely, you know, plow through a crowd of zombies and get destroyed. They're not exactly meant to take damage, if you get my drift. It's actually kind of ironic. We're kind of driving opposite vehicles. I'm in an off-road capable Bronco, and he's in a Le Mans race car. Let's go down. Alright. Check the map with him here. So yeah, we're headed this way. So we want to take the next right, basically, after this little bend. Straight, and we'll keep following this road through. Again, we're just going to go right. But as soon as it dead ends, we're going to go right around that large pink building. I forget what pink means. Did I mention? Oh, hello. Hold on. Let me check this out. I like the idea of this bad. Whoa, a Ferrari. Okay. You mind if I grab this one? Let's see. You know what? I might try to tow this, actually. Yeah, I think this might be a towing situation. Ferrari should be pretty light. So. Oh, yeah, I've got a whole water cooler jug full of gas, so. We can fill it up later on. I'm just going to tow it for now. I'm going to keep following you. Try to bring this to wherever we're going. If it slows me down a bunch, I might switch vehicles, but I'd like to keep both. Maybe we can create a little car collection. Again, this is just the test server, so I'm not really worried about it. Oh, I should tow... Well, let me try it with this configuration, then I'll swap them if I need to. I'd rather hit zombies with the Bronco and then keep the, keep the Ferrari in better condition. That's the plan, at least, folks. Let's see. Oh! Sure you will draw. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, that's going to be a loud trip. You know what? We get the RPMs up. We get into a higher gear. I think we'll be able to at least keep pace with this guy while we go to our new potential home. All right. Again, you don't want to jerk around your towed vehicle that much, because you could do damage even just with a bad tow, basically. Like in real life, if you get off axle too far, you might do some damage to the wheels. You could also just ram into the back of my Bronco and do damage to both vehicles. We're now in a tier 2 zone. So not as dangerous as 3, but still a little sketchy. Going around here. Following our new friend, Tallidus FX. The first player I have come across in this multiplayer server who's been in the same place as me, so that's kind of why I'm trying to stick close to him. Also, sweet car. Kind of fun to be around that. I'm wondering if they're going to have some of these premium cars as frequently available in the official server when it launches, but we'll see. I think the trick is going to be joining early on in the server launch, locking down a nice vehicle and a good base location. But that's kind of what the test is for, at least to make sure it works. Vehicles are always randomized, so you won't be able to, memorize where a vehicle is located, but you can get a good idea of where you want to base up, at least. And again, this is my first time seeing any of these modded areas. Gotta pass Tiki Town. Alright, let's do it. I feel like Tiki Town is the infested area he was talking about. There's gonna be quite a few zombies shambling about. Speed right about 40-ish miles per hour. Nothing to write home about, but functional. We got more than enough gas to fuel this Ferrari up once we get it where we're going. I honestly don't know what would be louder, a Ferrari trying to tow a Bronco, or a Bronco towing a Ferrari. I feel like this is still probably the better setup. I think you want your towing vehicle to be heavier than the vehicle that you are towing. Here we go. I can tell we are getting into a more populated urban area. Well, maybe not populated, but an urban area. There's tighter grids coming up. Some buildings, so hopefully he doesn't leave me in the dust altogether. Tier 3, here we go. It might be a good time to take a little snack. Let's open this candy. You know what, I can't do that right now. Do I have anything I can just snack on while we drive? Yeah, let's eat red licorice. Eat one of these bad boys. Again, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm peckish and slightly weak, and I have to jump out of the vehicle to take on some zombies, so try to stay well fed if you're in a new area, you know what I mean? Oh, that looks like it might be a camper a player has been using. Idea. I'm sure they sell easily assembled furniture. A couple of faster shamblers here. I'm going to try to get around this crowd with my Ferrari intact, hopefully. If this catches on anything, we're hosed. So I'm hoping that I can just kind of stay up with him without... Oh, a little comedy club? That's fun. Comedy spot. Maybe is he trying to go this way? I don't know. Okay, we're going around, around, through. Cutting back. Oh, I couldn't see where I was going. Okay. Getting hung up on that car just a bit, but I think we're good. Okay, that was close. Almost lost the whole situation there, but I think that was Tiki Town. Now we are making our way towards Bear Town. Oh. Hit a jockey with the Ferrari. What are you going to do? Hopefully it's open. Ooh. Bear Town. Okay, well. I wasn't aware that was something that could be closed. Maybe it just means open, as in not a lot of zombies. Big Bear Lake. Ah, I'm starting to put the 2 and 2 together. Big Bear Lake might have something to do with Bear Town. Maybe there's a big gate out front. We'll see. Having trouble keeping my speed up, though, at this point. Kind of creeping back up to 35 or 40. I don't want to go too fast, though, because I don't want to lose momentum every time he slows down, so... make my way around here. If I can hold on to this Ferrari with what we've got so far, it will have been worth letting the other character get killed, in my opinion. Challenger was fun, but it was also a little jacked up, so this is probably better. Here we go. We're going to have to go straight through. This is when I am glad I'm leading with the Bronco. I hope he knows where he's going, because I do not. A wizard! There's a wizard! I'm not going to do it like last time, though. I got all excited about the Scream outfit, and then I got killed trying to get the Scream outfit from the zombies, so... Not making that mistake twice. Maybe 3 or 4 times, but not twice. Oh, police blockade, I see. Okay, this seems to be Bear Town. And there we have some Foss Oil gasoline station. Gas station. I'm going to try to be crafty here and zip around through here. And boy, I hope we get past these hordes sooner than later. The real sweat. I think that's a gym or athletic apparel store. Still following my main man Tallidus here. Looks like he's going to take out a few zombies. Let's join him in the carnage. Okay. I don't really know if the factions are a thing. I don't want to do damage to him. So we're going to try to just fight our own zombies. Watch out! Okay, is there like a main residential area we should look into, or is this it? again, I don't think he's on mic, so he has to type his responses. Which means that basically if I want to talk to him...
like the safest spot around here.
Oh, right here?
Not residential, though. Just to clear.
Oh, got it. I would sure like to, this guy's got a cool balaclava, or, it looks like a ski hat, snow hat. I think my car is still running, so that's why they're still being drawn to it. Might grab that. I think that's a shotgun, maybe? Let's check it out. M590 shotgun with some shells. Yeah, we'll grab that. Okay. Let's check out our boy over here. Oh my goodness. So is this like modded in? This isn't in the normal game, right?
Yep. You been here before?
No, I've honestly never... I mean, I've been on modded maps and stuff, but not like with modded towns. So this is all new to me.
This time is usually always infested.
Got some good loot. Shovel. Garden side. Ooh, definitely using that. Dang, roof lights. What else do we got here? Camping hatchet. Hand torch, propane tank. It's all very useful for long-term survival. Mining helmet with a mount.
There are some good residential area, but we're gonna have to clear it.
The machete. Sure, why not? Military flashlight, better visibility. Okay, that's probably all I'm gonna be able to hold for now. You know, this is super nice. Ooh, they got snack in here I can use. Rotten eggs. Some chips. Frying pan. Vending machine. Come on. No whammies, no whammies. I feel like somebody's been through here before, actually.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Alright, I'm gonna take a peek at the map and see here what looks good. So
I'm gonna go look up there at the residential area. I'll be back.
Alright, so he's heading off. Looks like he's heading off into the wild blue yonder. Oh, those are all gas pumps right there? Dang! All gas pumps. Okay. So this wouldn't be a bad spot. Now, if there's a unique residence, that would be fun. Like, this one looks like it could be unique. A little bit bigger than the rest. Maybe that one. Oh, I see. We have to cross the bridge to get to the other side of the river. Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to kill the engine on the Bronco for now. We're going to throw some of our loot into the trunk. So basically everything can go, except for my water bottle. And let's keep the chocolate chip cookie for snacking. Throw everything else in there. Machete, we'll keep the band-aid just in case something happens. Oh, you know, we have all this. Oh, this is equipped, yeah. Okay, so we'll keep all that. I got plenty of inventory space. Let's go ahead and eat this cookie because we're a little hungry. Again, you don't want to, like, overeat if you're hungry and waste food, but you also don't want to be walking around a new area while hungry because then you are weaker against zombies. I'm still playing this like it's an official playthrough server, you know, so forgive me if it seems like I'm being overly cautious. I have already died, technically twice in the server, so once I died like 30 seconds into the first day, and you witnessed the second death earlier in this very episode. Oh my goodness, this is a very nice bookstore. Wow, okay. Again, these will all be random when they start the official server, but generally speaking, there will be books where you found books before, which also means you could find the ever important generator magazine. And look at this, they've got the puffy vests for winter. My goodness, look at all these cool clothing options that they have in here. This is fun. Oh, good to know. I guess these are technically books, which is weird. These are like manuals. Aiming probe, bottle out of Bing. You know what I should do is start a... What was his name? Nidus FX, I think was his name. Oh, I can see right here. Nidus FX, yeah. So let's see if I can start a faction with him. Create faction. Barely alive. Barely alive. Faction tag. BR. Oops. BEAR. How long can it be? That's pretty long. Okay, so let's just say barely. Oh, see, that's too long. Be bear. Okay. Barely alive. Blah blah blah. Show faction tag. And then we will add a player. And I can select Nidus FX as a member. And if he wants to join, then he can. And then the idea is, if he joins, I'll be able to see him on the map. So I can figure out where he decided to go. And again, barely alive is just a fun little pun. You know, we're in Beartown. I wish it was labeled. I think this is technically Tiki Town or Tiki Town, and this is Beartown. Yo, what's up? Oh, I can't really hear you.
I almost didn't make it back with my car.
Oh no, is it packed?
Pretty much.
Huh. I made the faction just in case you were somewhere that I couldn't see on the map, you know?
Yeah. Just gonna run solo in test week.
Yeah, that's no worries. Okay, so I'm gonna have to be creative, I guess. What about, there's more houses to the south, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go east down this kind of main drag here and check out some of those houses.
Okay.
Appreciate the help though, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll probably be in the vicinity, so you might see me running around town.
Okay.
You too. So I think we're gonna part ways for now. It makes sense. He wants to run solo for the test server. Factions are usually kind of a, you know, longer term thing to worry about. So we're gonna keep on keeping on, and making our way down to the residential spots here. Again, I don't want a tiny house, but we're not really. I'd like a house with a garage, ideally. It would be nice. Let's take a gander at the map here. Let's see. These all have driveways. Looks like there's some bigger houses here, these three. So let's bang a right and check it out. Got a boxer jogging after us. Yeah, I like these tall fences. That's what I'm... Oh, you know what? We're going to have to get out here and do a little bit of combat. I'm leaving the engine on. Kind of on purpose here. Draw out all the zombies in the vicinity. Have a little bit of zombie whack-a-mole. And then we will explore the other side of this tall fence. Get this runner. Man, those runners just kind of bounce off of you when you hit them. It's crazy. Of course, I became peckish as soon as I started fighting again. Knock this guy out. I think there was a shotgun and another one of those officers. Don't forget to scan behind you while you're fighting. You have a moment to kind of do a quick scan. One zombie sneaking up on you there. You know what? I could probably just... Yeah, let me just look over this area. Okay. Not a shabby little house. Well, it's got the garage I was looking for. Zombie Zillow. What's your budget? Well, my budget is a spiked baseball bat and a water cooler jug full of gasoline. Okay. I think we can get you a nice split level. It's a good neighborhood. It's pretty quiet. Not a lot of kids. Traffic's pretty light. You know. Property values have diminished in the last few months. That's, you know, because of a unique zombie outbreak that's occurred. No real way to predict those kind of things, you know, it happens. What do we have over here? Surprisingly nice condition car. Is this a Sentra? Alright. Let's take a quick gander at this Lexus. No gas. Good condition though. Certified pre-owned cars. Alright. But is this where I want to be? For the next 4 to 5 minutes? I don't know. Oh yeah. Check the rear. Acura NSX. Okay. What do we got in the bonnet of this vehicle? I guess it's under the bonnet, technically. Let's grab a snack from inside the house. Knock, knock. Here to talk about your car's extended warranty. I'm looking for the primary decision maker of the home. Wow, there are a lot. I guess it's tier 3. I should be expecting this, but good gracious. Let's get a drink. Fill our water bottle. I like how it's always orange. If it originally held orange soda, it is always orange. Ooh, duffel bag. We can finally equip this on our back. Yay! Walking cane. Throw it in the bag. Who knows? Another baseball bat. We're definitely grabbing that. Splendiferous stocking and socks box. Okay. We're leaving all that then. Okay. Food. Food. Eat some pickles. Got rice, orange soda, blah blah blah. Tea bags. We'll grab these. Ooh, and evaporated milk. Condensed calories is the way we started the episode. And let's check over here. I like these house layouts. I mean, they actually feel like, you know, pretty nice little like middle class living area here. Like the garage. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this hammer for the bag. You know, let's grab the duct tape too. Can repair some stuff with that. And the ever important supply closet. Alright, let's go back out. I think, honestly, we might keep browsing, and let's see where we are. I don't know if the houses are going to get much better. I think they're all similar. These look like sort of large occupancy houses. The rest of these, I think, are all going to be just smaller, single-story houses. So, I think I might grab the first one we passed. Again, it might behoove me to get one that doesn't have shattered windows, but beggars can't be choosers. Let's look in here. You know what? That one's locked up. I like the blue carpet in there. That's nice. Realize I'm shopping for a zombie house using a very silly metrics here. I like the carpet. Brains. Get rid of this glass. Now, if I do claim this, Okay, yeah, there's zombies inside. So if I do claim this, I'd like to get the zombies out before I kill them, so that they're not messing up the whole place. So we'll try to just kind of throw him to the side and walk into the backyard here. Take care of him back here. Pop. Done and dusted. And yes, we can now claim the safe house. It is claimed. So this is our little slice of paradise here in Beartown. I'm going to go around and close up some windows and some shutters. Pretty bare bones office. We'll kill the light in here. The corner master suite bedroom. Sorry, primary bedroom. Close up these shutters as well. Won't be spending any time in here, but look at that. They've got a rifle with a few 223 rounds inside. And hey, what do you know? A lot more clothing options. Gun case. Nothing inside. Silver coin for coin collectors out there. 357 Colt Python with some rounds. Another baseball bat. We'll leave that for later. The always important garage. We can do work on our Ferrari in here. Oh, large gas can. That's fantastic. A couple wrenches. An old desktop computer. Again, it is 1992 in the world of Project Zomboid, so that makes total sense. Close these blinds. The only real issue is that this front window is broken, so we could board that up pretty easily. Might disassemble some of these chairs and tables in the foyer. Aiming pro, axe skills, short blade, metalwork. Okay, so a couple skill mags. Laundry room. And bathroom. Alright, turn the lights off here. Again, I'm not really sure what the stats are on zombies being attracted to lights. I just imagine if they're on, they're probably a little bit more attracted. That would be my layman's terms opinion on it. Ooh, a lot of rotten food in here, but we have some maple syrup that's never going to go bad. What else? Any other snackage? Not really, so we'll have to do some foraging in town to stay alive. But otherwise, I think we found a pretty nice little house here. Let's check out this fence situation. It does thankfully block us on two sides. The east side here, and I believe it extends across the north side of the backyard. So that'll prevent kind of migrating hordes from getting too all up in our business. And it looks like it's on the west side of the house too. I thought this was a shared yard, but it looks like, yeah, this extends all the way down the west side. So the only spot zombies can really get annoying to us is from the south or front side of the house. And honestly, I could take a little bit of carpentry and just board up right here and just close this gap on the side. And I've effectively created a nice little farming plot all around the back sides of the house. I am going to clear this house. Well, let's worry about that later. I don't think I'm going to mess with that right now. But the last thing I have to do is get our vehicles situated. Because again, we can't claim them, but we do have the ability to park them in our garage. And if we claim the safe house, other players can't get into the garage. So that is our workaround for now. Again, not being too paranoid because it's the test server. And we honestly might only have one or two more chances to even play on the server before they wipe it and start the official season. But you know, I like to play like it's always legitimate. So keep pulling forward here. I think what we'll do is pull the Bronco up. We'll pause it here. Kill the engine. Take care of the zombie. I'm going to detach it from the other one. Gotta get the key icon and detach. And then I'm going to move my giant jug of gasoline from the passenger seat. Use that to fill up. Equip primary. So this way, if I equip it, it technically doesn't weigh as much. And I can just jog over here and should be able to right click and add gasoline. I feel like I'm doing a pit stop here. Using a big old jug of gas to fuel this thing up. I'm pretty sure I'll have more gas left. I don't think this is going to take the whole jug. It might. No, I don't think it will. It looks like it's going to take about half the jug to fill up the Ferrari tank, which is pretty cool. I'm being a little careful, though. I hear some rustling in the wind here. Let's be cautious. All right. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. Oh, yeah, you know what? I forgot. I never actually unlocked the vehicle. I got so excited about having it that I just kind of, you know, towed it as is. So I might, unfortunately, I'm going to have to smash the front right window, which means I'll have to find a new one. But that's okay. Throwing this jug in the trunk of the Bronco. Is there space? Yeah, see, I still have quite a bit, actually, left in this. I think that only took 2 kilos to fill this thing up. So let's equip our bat. Both hands. And we're going to smash the front right window. I'm not any more excited about it than anybody else watching me do this, so... Smash rear... No, are they technically the rear right window? I don't want to smash the wrong... Smash front right window. Alright. Pop that lock. Now that I'm in the vehicle, I can press V to switch my seats to the front seat. Then I can unlock the trunk, unlock the doors, and when you know it, the key is actually in the ignition. Ooh, listen to that baby purr. So we're gonna go ahead and, you know what, I like to reverse into things. Because a lot of times in Project Zomboid, you're in a hurry. So it's always nice to be able to just pull forward and drive away if necessary. So we're gonna reverse into this garage here. All the way back as far as I can. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to also reverse the Bronco in. And hopefully I can kind of squeeze that just far enough in to where other people can't get into the driver's seat of the Bronco. That's the plan, at least. Looks like some people are meeting up in Riverside. Oh, maybe not. On my way. Dead. Maybe they died on purpose, though. They might be respawning. So we're going to back this bad boy all the way up. And we don't want to hit the Ferrari. I think right here. So technically, I think your base claim extends about 2 tiles out from any given wall in your base. So in theory, this whole Bronco should be safe. I can actually lock the doors. If I press V, I think it gives you the option to lock a door. I'll have to right-click it, but... Yeah, let's see, actually. Just out of curiosity. I know I locked a door in the last episode. Maybe I have to be in the area, smash... Maybe I don't have the key. Oh yeah, I hotwired this one, so technically I don't think I have the key for it. So, do I have the key for this? So all interesting things, actually. Yeah, I can lock this one. Okay. So you can lock it if you have the key. If you hotwired it, obviously you don't have a key, so you can't really lock it from the outside. Good to know. Well, quite an eventful episode today. Started out optimistic. I had a little bit of a dip there when we got killed near the mall, but we restarted, refreshed. We found a temporary friend, at least, who we might run into later on. But if you've made it this far in the episode, please feel free to like and subscribe to keep up with our continued adventures in the Project Zomboid universe. And until next time, this has been Tallidus Plays.